Okay.
It's 7:12 on WTIC. Oh, gee. You want to bring that mic over there, Alden? You've done this enough. You should know how to do this.
Ready to go.
Yeah, you are. We'll have a further discussion after we have today's lesson.
Wow. Last week, our coaching session was on life's sinkholes, those unplanned surprise events when the bottom falls out of life, much like dropping into a sinkhole. Today, we do more with SinkHole Solutions as we delve into the power of community. It will be a rich session that you do not want to miss.
No.
Prepare by visiting myvaluetree.com, printing off the SCI survey, which is the Sense of Community Index survey, and exploring the Star Power tab with last week's videos. We'll begin right after weather and sports.
Is this about your trip to South Beach? Is that what this one's about?
So great.
I know.
It messes you up to be in 80 on the beach, hard abs, happy music, paella.
Yeah, here we are now.
And then come back to 3 inches of slush.
Life is good.
Somewhere.
It is. 7:14 on WTIC. 7:22. Alden Davis. By the way, I do want to thank the guys at Luke's Donut Shop, West Avon, at the corner of Country Club and West Avon
Ollie
Road.
and Sam were there working hard today.
Next to the newly remodeled Avon convenience store, which has changed its name. I think it's Sunshine Market, I'm pretty sure. But they're doing a lot of work in there. I think it was done yesterday, but I didn't get in. So anyway, there's that. And thanks to Luke's Donuts and Ali for this marvelous donut. With us now is Alden Davis. And what are we learning today, Alden?
We are going to continue from last week's SinkHole Solutions. There was requests for more. So welcome to Saturday Morning Coaching, a moment of encouragement to up our game and improve the results we are getting out of life. If you were with us last week, we talked about the video showing a couple in Seoul, Korea, dropping through the sidewalk into a sinkhole. Life has sinkholes as well, those unplanned surprise events that you didn't see coming. Accepting that sinkholes exist is where we begin today with an exploration of more sinkhole solutions when I find myself in one.
Fixated.
Ray, you know the law of holes? If you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. This law is important to remember as you frantically try to retract something stupid you said.
Oh, my.
And you know the second law of holes?
No.
If you see a buddy in a hole, throw him a rope.
Okay.
Today's coaching tip is this. I need help getting out of a sinkhole. If you reflect on our Star Power model over at myvaluetree.com, there are 5 points designed to get us into action. Point 4 is the power of our associations, the people in my network, the people around me. Regardless of age or wealth, a community of people is important to my life. You can be living on the street, you can be a student, you can be a great-grandparent. Cultivating the community of people around you is essential because we need each other when sinkholes happen. Community comes from the Latin word communis, meaning things held in common. When we have a sense of connectedness and form social networks, that is known as social capital. Robert Putnam did a ton of research on this subject of social capital and presented it in his book, Bowling Alone, The Collapse and Revival of the American Community, back in 2000. He found that social capital has been falling in our country and that over the past 25 years, attendance at club meetings has fallen 58%, family dinners are down 33%, and having friends visit has fallen 45%. The same patterns are also evident in many other Western countries. We are losing the spirit of community that once was found in our churches and community centers. Sociologist Ray Oldenburg states in his book, The Great Good Place, that people need 3 places: the home, the office, and the community hangout or gathering place. A study was published in the UK recently that shows 11% of the people feel lonely all or most of the time. 1/3 wish they could spend more time with family. 19% are giving unpaid help as a volunteer. 2/3 trust people in their neighborhood. And 71% are willing to help each other in their neighborhood. Coach summarizes all this data to say, I believe the people around me are a good group, but I am not making the time to invest in building relationships with them. Dr. Davis Chavis started researching the subject of community 30 years ago and has developed and validated a survey instrument called the Sense of Community Index. A link to the survey is posted at myvaluetree.com under Star Power. Community is examined through 4 lenses. We get our needs fulfilled. We recognize each other as being in the group. We have influence in solving problems. 4, we get along and like being together. The survey is 12 simple questions. When I did it thinking about my neighborhood, my response was 12 out of 12. However, as rugged New Englanders, we pride ourselves on fierce independence. But if anything happened and I fell into a sinkhole, I know this group would help me get out. It is a comfort knowing that. So, is investing in the people around you important? You bet. Begin with the basic social skills of knowing each other's names and backgrounds. Do this by talking as you take the trash out or walk the dog. Host a barbecue when the weather warms up to get better acquainted. Keep an eye out for each other's stuff. Share tools and equipment. Share tasks. This is how you invest in your family and neighbors. So far, Coach has been talking about the people immediately around you at home, work, and your hangout. Now let's take it up a notch. Let's talk about my community as the region I live in. The 40 cities of central Connecticut, for example. How do I invest in building this community? Who throws me a lifeline when I step into life's sinkhole? How about Susan Dunn? As a regular listener, you know Susan is the president and CEO of Central Connecticut's United Way. Coach had the distinct privilege of leading a strategic planning workshop for Susan and the other United Way CEOs from 20 key cities in North America. What a wonderful group of people to work with. Picture a room of 20 people whose focus is on helping us build better communities. Whether it's Atlanta, New Orleans, Austin, or St. Louis, someone is there encouraging us to create community. The goodwill, heart, and passion of these people is truly a blessing for all of us. Each one of them is a visionary for their community, and communities are essential for our survival, especially when sinkholes exist. They are looking out into the future, examining data, distilling priorities, and providing leadership and guidance to us. They invest our money wisely and create opportunities for involvement. Last week we met Jethro, a junior in high school serving as a volunteer income tax advisor through United Way. Sinkholes exist, and people are being rescued across the country every day because of people like Susan Dunn. Our community cares. Build the community of your family today. Build the community at work today. Build your faith community today. Build up the community where you live and work today. Stand united. I'm Coach Davis.
Turn that on. Oh, there we go. Now I'm back in business here. There's an interesting corollary to that we'll get into after the 7:30 news.
Well, now I'm peaked.
Huh? Well, no. It kind of goes back to Bowling Alone.
Well, that is, did you try to struggle through that book?
Yeah, we had the guy on one time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It was a huge book. We'll get into that. But I mean,
1 minute for a question for you?
No, because I've got a break for news. I got to boogie back to Texas.
Okay, well, we'll test some of these afterwards.
Okay, good. Let's do it. It is 7:29 WTIC, 14 degrees now. Later on today, about 30 to 35.